Welcome, crime enthusiasts, to Code 3 Chronicles. Tonight, we delve into a pursuit that began with a symbol of love and ended in a flurry of flashing lights. We're heading to Mount Juliet, Tennessee, a growing city just east of Nashville, where a routine night shift for patrol officers would soon turn into a high-stakes chase through suburban streets and bustling highways. This isn't just a story about a police pursuit. It's a stark reminder of the unpredictable nature of law enforcement and the split-second decisions that can mean the difference between life and death. It was a midnight in March 2016 as a Mount Juliet police officer patrolled the thoroughfares of Mount Juliet. Like any other night, officer was vigilant, scanning for anything amiss, anything out of place. The officer spotted a vehicle, a white sedan, clearly decorated, streamers and just married scrawled across its rear window. A heartwarming sight, typically, a celebration of new beginnings. But as the vehicle came into closer view, something was immediately off. It wasn't driving like a car full of newlyweds basking in their post-nuptial bliss. Instead, it was driving erratically, weaving slightly, and more importantly, it was speeding significantly over the posted limit. This wasn't a celebratory jaunt. It was a hazard. The officer made the decision to initiate a traffic stop. They activated their overhead lights, signaling the just married car to pull over. The expectation was a quick stop, perhaps a warning or a citation for speeding. Maybe a conversation with a giddy, slightly reckless new couple. But the just married car had other plans. Instead of slowing down and pulling to the shoulder, the vehicle's brake lights barely flickered before it accelerated. The message was clear. They weren't stopping. This was the pivot point. The problem was now undeniable. Routine traffic violation instantly escalated into a felony evasion. Celebratory streamers now seemed to mock the seriousness of the situation. Why would a just married couple flee from the police? The answer, whatever it was, had to be significant. Shots fired. Code 3. We have a pursuit. Vehicle failing to yield. Airwaves crackled as the officer relayed the situation to dispatch. The pursuit was on. The just married car, now a runaway bullet, tore through the streets of Mount Juliet. Speed limits became irrelevant. Traffic signals, mere suggestions. This wasn't just dangerous for the occupants of the fleeing vehicle. It was an extreme risk to every innocent motorist and pedestrian in their path. The chase quickly escalated. The white sedan, adorned with its ironic declarations of matrimonial bliss, swerved through traffic. Backup units were called in, their sirens cutting through the night as they converged on the pursuit's trajectory. The speeds climbed, reaching upwards of 90, sometimes 100 miles per hour on local roads. Police procedure dictates a constant evaluation of pursuit safety versus the severity of the initial offense. But when a driver shows such reckless abandon, the concern shifts from the initial infraction to the immediate danger they pose to the community. The chase continued for what felt like an eternity, but in reality was a high-octane blur of minutes. Officers tried various tactics. They maintained a safe following distance when possible. Spike strips were prepared, ready to be deployed further down the road, hoping to safely deflate the tires and bring the pursuit to a controlled end. The radio crackled with updates. Vehicle is southbound on Street Mount Juliet Road. Heavy traffic ahead. Advise caution. The officers involved were acutely aware of the dynamic, ever-changing environment. They were not just chasing a car, they were chasing a ticking time bomb of potential tragedy. Then came the turning point. As the just-married car attempted yet another desperate maneuver, perhaps attempting a tight turn at high speed, the driver lost control. The white sedan swerved violently. In a cloud of dust and screeching tires, the just-married car veered off-road. Immediately, police vehicles swarmed the scene. Officers exited their patrol cars, weapons drawn. "Show me your hands. Let me see your hands. Do not move." The commands echoed through the night. The situation was still volatile. The reason for the flight was still unknown, and the officers had to assume the worst until proven otherwise. The driver and passenger, far from the joyous image their car presented, were quickly secured, handcuffed, and placed under arrest. As the dust settled and the scene became controlled, the reality of the situation came into sharp focus. The just-married car, once a symbol of celebration, was now a twisted wreck, ironically juxtaposed with the chaos of a police pursuit. The initial investigation quickly revealed the likely reason for the flight. The driver was found to be under the influence and potentially had outstanding warrants. The dream of a perfect wedding night had morphed into a nightmare of criminal charges. In the aftermath, charges were filed: felony evading arrest, reckless endangerment, and driving under the influence. The incident served as a stark, dramatic example of the dangers law enforcement officers face every single day. A routine traffic stop can transform into a high-speed chase that endangers not just the suspects and officers, but every innocent person in its path. It's a powerful reminder that every choice has consequences. And for those who choose to flee from justice, those consequences can be severe, not just for themselves, but for an entire community. Join us next time on Code 3 Chronicles for another deep dive into the unpredictable world of true crime. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated with our latest stories. Stay safe and stay vigilant.